With the inaugural season of the Valorant franchise circuit that started this year, some teams and players have been shot into the limelight, where others have been left behind. Today we'll be looking at some of the best and worst moments of Valorant this year. Of course, I couldn't fit all the moments from this year into one video, so make sure you subscribe for a second part. Now, at the beginning of the year, if you were to tell me that the best player of 2022 was not going to be playing in the franchise league, I would have never believed you. But unfortunately, that's what happened. Pre-season, Cloud9 signed the star, first playing in Lock-In. They beat PaperX, then they lost to DRX afterwards. As this was a single elimination bracket, Cloud9 were now out of the tournament. After Lock-In, Cloud9 seemingly dropped Ye along with Vanity, citing role issues as the problem. But knowing the current esports climate, it could have been due to money. Franchise roster locks then meant that Ye could not join another team in the franchise league. However, one man saw an opportunity here. Disguised Toast team were doing not so well in the Tier 2 circuit, and they weren't managing to beat the top teams in that league at the time. And now that Ye was not on a team, Toast decided to take a risk and sign Ye for the remainder of the Ascension season. On paper, this seemed like a great addition to the team. And you'd think having the best player in the world playing in the Tier 2 circuit, surely he would farm. Well, not quite. DSG with Ye did not manage to win a single game, going 0-5 after he got signed, and then even getting relegated from the Ascension League, meaning that they would have to re-qualify for it in the open qualifiers next year. There is a silver lining for Ye though. Ye is now open to many offers from top North American teams, as 100 Thieves, NRG and Sentinels did not reach expectations and may start to rebuild next year with the superstar in mind. At the beginning of the year, it was no surprise that Fnatic were going to be a strong team, adding rising star Leo and season champion Chronicle. At the inaugural franchise event, Lock-In, they reached all the way into the final without dropping a map. Then faced the just as strong Loud. Fnatic started dominant, winning the first two maps of Ascent and Fracture, but then losing the next two, Split and Lotus. Then it moved to the fifth and final map of Icebox. Loud started to win round after round after round, ending the half with a 9-3 lead, a round difference that is hard to come back from alone, but Fnatic were now on the unfavourable attackers' side. Fnatic had to win the pistol if they wanted a chance to win.
3 in a round, stick in the spike, pistol is theirs!
It was now 3-10. Fnatic were down by a long way, so they decided to force. They then lost the force. Now they were 11-3 down, and Loud had a huge lead. The unimaginable happened. Fnatic started to win round after round after round, leading all the way up to 11-11.
It's all down to Alpha. Noise everywhere, the double swing! Spray down!
Then Loud finally wins a round.
All up to him, all down to this, and it's not going to be the case.
Leading it all the way up to overtime. Fnatic then managed to win the next two rounds in overtime.
Got this one all tied up. 1 round away, and the fight is over.
Winning the map, the game, and the trophy. The first win for the Fnatic org in Valorant, and for the seasoned IGL Boaster. after many years of woes. Fnatic, of course, would then go on to have a great year, winning Masters Tokyo and coming top 4 in Champions, the best a team had ever done in a year. In FPS games such as Counter-Strike, Overwatch and Call of Duty, China is seen as a large underdog region. This, of course, is due to many factors, but when Riot announced that it would release a tactical FPS game, this is of course a different story in China. As Riot's MOBA game, League of Legends, is one of China's most popular games. However, the official release date of the game was this year, meaning that to play the game you'd require a VPN. Also, the game had no Chinese servers. The only Chinese team that had attended an international stage was EGG in Champions 2022, where they qualified through the East Asia Last Chance qualifier. So, before this year, a Chinese team had not managed to win a single game in an international stage. This completely changed in Masters Tokyo. EGG, being sent into the lower bracket, were then put against the not to be underestimated Na'Vi, who they managed to beat 2-0.
EDG! The first series win for China, let's go!
But this was just the start. They then went on to beat T1 in their rematch, leading into the playoffs, where they lost in the first round to Team Liquid, who sent them to the lower bracket. They faced a formidable Loud, who just won the Americas League, but they went on to 2-0 them as well. Finally, they met their demise by losing to PaperX in a close 2-1 series. Valorant was then released pre-Champions in China. This gave them 3 slots in Champions to show off their skill. EGG was now a well-known quantity in competitive Valorant, and they made it out of groups, again through the lower bracket, by beating Giants. And of course Kang Kang, an incredible clutch.
He's still going for it. He believes in himself, and I can see why. Already managing to clear out Cloud. Smoggy up top is going to put it into a 1v2. And this is the man you'd want in that scenario, but both players up above. A flash ready, dodges it! What? Truly unbelievable!
In playoffs, they went to the lower bracket by losing to EG, but then knocked out their Chinese counterparts in Bilibili. After this, Loud then got their revenge from Tokyo and knocked them out.
Tragic, really tragic. What a way to do it. Nice try. Nice try. He just threw the Kang back at him. Oh my god.
But let's go back. Who are these China counterparts in Bilibili, and how did they make it out of groups? Depending on who you ask, this could be one of the best or worst moments in the year. For NA fans, it was definitely one of the worst. NRG, considered one of the best teams in North America, were expected to make it out of groups in Champions, considering their competition. The first round matchup looked even more one-sided, with them facing against the large underdogs Bilibili, a match pretty much everyone expected NRG to win. Even fellow North American player Boostio previously stated that China will never be a better region than North America in Valorant. So, going into this match, NRG were feeling confident. The first map was Lotus, Bilibili's pick. It was looking strong for NRG at the beginning, as they started with a 5-0 lead, but Bilibili clawed it back to a respectable 5-7 scoreline on the defensive half. However, NRG then went on to win the pistol and convert the next round. The score is now 5-9. A few rounds clawed back by Bilibili, but NRG looks strong, eventually leading with an 11-8 lead.
First, yes! Great find! Now just Bianc, drop of the pit! Bianc still gonna deliver! Oh my god! What a moment! Bianc rips him apart!
Bianc hits a nice 1v3 to keep Bilibili in the game, but not just keep them in the game, it ignited a comeback, leading all the way up to 11-11.
70 waiting, Artist checking, still gonna get the look, still gets the tag down to 31, deleted. It's all on Knight in a 1v3, spots 2.
NRG finally get their 12th round, meaning that Billy had to take it to overtime to win a rough bye if they wanted to win this game. This is no problem for Billy as they take it to overtime.
3 players are locked down and pushes forward, they've got him to OT! Unthinkable.
Billy now had the momentum and managed to win the next 2 rounds in overtime, again with Bianc pulling off heroics.
Yosemite does get the trade out again, this is ridiculous, down to 2, making it 2, oh Bianc! As if he's the one standing doing this!
They now had the first map of the series. The next map was split, NRG's pick. Normally a loss on the first map for NRG, they wouldn't let it slip. But they had just choked a big lead, and a key stat that would be haunting them is that on Lotus, they had 21 first bloods to deaths, but still lost. NRG looked strong at the start by winning the pistol, and just an easy anti-eco would be next. A rattled NRG lost to Classics,
Angle not again!
and this was the last straw in this game. Combined with Woozy's judge, NRG could not recover, and they lost the map.
It's down to Artist, it's all that's left is Artist, and the unthinkable might just happen here. The true upset of the day!
Losing the series to the underdogs 2-0. There was a silver lining. The NRG core is known for their slow starts in tournaments, so they know how to deal with defeat like this. In the lower bracket, they faced Zeta for elimination, but they were ready and prepared and beat them 2-0. The first map of Bind being very close in overtime, but they blew them out the water with a 13-1 win on Haven, sending them home. NRG was now set to rematch against Billy, feeling more confident now, even Ardis stating this.
Question then, do you have any words to say to Billy as you face them for that rematch?
You guys are going home, 100%, guaranteed, I promise you that.
Alright, he's saying...
Well, little did he know, it would be the complete opposite. The first map of Bind was close, but NRG lost, and this time, it was their map pick. A completely destroyed NRG got dominated on Ascent, Billy winning the map 13-5.
Victor and crashes! Oh, it's only Victor! The truly unthinkable might just be happening, and it has! It's
Sending NRG packing in an unprecedented win for the Chinese region, and an extremely disappointing end of the year for NRG. Thank you for watching my video until the very end. If this video does do well, I will be releasing a second part with more moments from this year. If you enjoy my content, make sure you subscribe and check out my other videos.